Okay, we look to be live. When any of my chatters get in there, let me know if you can hear me. If you're on YouTube, you might want to watch in the recording. You might want to daddle ahead a minute or two until we get ready to get fired up here. See some people coming in now. You guys get in chat. Let me know if you can hear me, please. Hey, April. Hey, Shauna. Can you guys hear me okay? Oh, okay, great. Hey, Janine. Hey, Z. Linda. Dot. Yay. Another last minute decision. Miss Sharang. That's a new name. Welcome. Hey, Eileen. Howdy, neighbor Jean. Terry. Hello, dear. Hey, Pat. Cat. Pat, cat, and hat. So, last minute decision, as per usual. Those of you who have been over here at the house may remember these hanging in the living room, kind of catty cornered ish like that, upstairs and over the one table we have. Glennis, hi, that's a new name. Welcome. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, Joan. This is back in my watercolor on Yupo crazy days where I couldn't stop doing that. And then I was lifting it with some masks and stencils. And I just love these. And we had painted the room upstairs this color. It's called Crystal Clear by Sherwin-Williams. It's really clean. Hey, Rachel. And so the living area up there is painted this color. So I trimmed the cradled board in this color. A lot of times I'll do it in black, but for this, because it was so light colored, I just did it in that. And I love these. And then I start doing more collages, and I look at these and I was just thinking, like, something is missing. What is missing? I was like, these are like backgrounds. They don't have a focal point. So I thought, okay, I don't mind sacrificing these. I'm not all that attached to them. So I thought, in my infinite wisdom, that I'd do something to these, kind of like collaging layers on them. Now, this is sealed with a couple coats of Kmart varnish on it. So I'm not sure how the paint's going to act over that. But we're about to find out. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? So that's my thought. So what I'm thinking is I was going to put these together. And it's weird. I see one is much thicker than the other one. I wonder if they were two different brands. There's a good 1/16 of an inch higher on the side, which doesn't really matter. So what I thought I would do was I wanted to cover up a lot of this and just have bits of this peeking out around the sides. So I thought that maybe I'd make one big circle.
Are you streaming?
Yeah. What you need?
Well, I was going to say, are you going to watch Oakley? I was going to go put my clubs together.
No, we better close the door. I won't be able to watch him.
I'm going to tether him upstairs because I don't know where he'll be doing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would do that, hon. All right. Yeah, thanks. I know. I don't know how long he'll last, though. We could try him, I guess. I could probably hear him if he moves. We have an Oakley dilemma. Dave needs to go in the garage and get his golf club sorted out for his first round of golf tomorrow. And Oakley stays on the steps coming down to the basement with the door open down here when we're down here. And he does stay there. But while I'm involved in streaming and Dave's in the garage, who knows what that little rascal might do. So if I jump up and scream Oakley, you'll know I hear something that's not good. Anyway, so here's my thought. I'm going to paint a big circle. He was really good at training. Laura Lou. Hey, Laurie, let me know when I need to send you money for that bag. Hey, Riri. did you answer me on that one? Did I do it? Did I not do it? I have no idea what the hell's even going on. So now the question, is this a big black circle that I'm going to collage over? Bits of it will be peeking out. You'll probably see the edge still. Or do I paint it the bronze circle and then add pops of black later? And then I pulled out some papers that I think I will incorporate somehow. Actually, in advance. Am I not like shocking you guys to pieces? So I really like this. And this is on that other collage that's upstairs, right? That I based off my, as I call it, my favorite collage. The first one that I did, Robin style, in my little book, right? This little rascal here. That's that paper in the background there. And I really like that. So I think with these colors, that might work, but I don't want a ton of it. I don't want like a whole big circle of that, but somehow I'm going to work this in it. And I think I might even, here's some bits and bobbles to collage on over that. Some scripting on coffee stains, some patina papers, some of the stuff Jude sent me that I made tape out of. Not yet order, you can pay when ship it. Okay. Sounds like a deal. And then I brought some of this out, and this is sheer, so that's going to show through. See the circle underneath here? That's going to show through if I use that, which could be good or bad. And then I had this piece that I got just because I thought I should have it. But, a lot of sparkly on there. So if you remember another collage that I did that went horribly wrong, in the same book, let's see if I can find, oh, there we go. No. Yeah. Oh, that was something else. That was just a ring of that paper in there. Maybe that's not the one I'm talking about. Hang on, sorry. Maybe I've totally lost my gourd. That must be the one I was thinking of. Huh. I guess it was that one. Well, never mind. You wouldn't have been able to see what I had seen because there were so many layers that came after that. It's unrecognizable. So then I was thinking, how about if I do like a big circle of this, right? That would kind of overlap both pieces. And then over that, a smaller circle of this that'll cut that back a little bit and make this more like a border. And then maybe in the middle, a big bronze painted circle, and then go from there. That's from Loose Ends. Isn't that pretty? So that's kind of what I'm thinking. So now I got to figure out, since I'm a circle cutter, and now that great, as we learned last night, we turn this daylight lamp on. I have another idea for a bigger circle. Just happen to have it right here. Oh, that might be too big. That might be just right. That might be too small. I don't know. Okay, well, let's see. So I have embroidery hoops that I used to do circles when I did big canvases, right? Just to make a circle. Oh, maybe I'll use this for this one and this for the, oh, okay. Hang on. Maybe that's just right. Let's see. Yeah. Well, let's just do it. I mean, it's a piece of paper. What the hell's the worst that can happen? Don't anybody answer that. I'm going to do it on the back because I'm going to draw a little line on it. Hey, Elaine. Eileen, where haven't you been looking for craft supplies is what I want to know. Does there a place exist where you have not been? So, okay, let's do this. grab a little pen and let's make watch me get a flippin' splinter in my arm. Now, everybody on here probably knows, oh shit, yeah, ignore that line. Okay, that I'm not going to be able to cut this just right, but, you know, we'll give her a go and see what happens. Are you waiting to live? Live? Are you wait? I'm not sure what, she lost me on that one too, Z. Elaine, we're not sure what you meant with that other question to Z earlier. Okay. I'm going to be heads down here for a minute. Let me trim some of this off. So anybody that's followed me forever knows that I really love turquoise and purple together. So this is going to go in my living room, not in a journal. So I want to make sure it's something I'm going to like. Hey, that's pretty good size-wise, because I want to eat some of this up. I don't want the whole thing to be showing on there. So heads down while I fussy cut this big circle. This is as fussy cutting as you'll ever see me get right here. I hear a leash jingling. I don't know if he shifted positions or if he's trying to be real stealthy. I hear tags. Oak. What you doing, Boo-Boo? Head down. I'll be back to chat in a minute. Is this thrilling or what? Are you just riveted? I wonder what kind of glue would be best to use on these papers on top of the Kmart varnish surface. Think about that one and throw some ideas out there in chat for me for when I look up. I'm thinking of PVA maybe, but then the papers are wet. And I know that purple teal paper, when it gets wet, gets a little funky. Changes colors a little bit. Put these back in the scrap drawer for a little bit. Let me peek at Knucklehead just to make sure there's nothing horrible going on. That's a really good boy. Yes, you are. That's a good boy. Wait a minute, I'll show you guys. Let me go take a picture of the little Knucklehead. Wait a minute. I'm going to take a picture. Did you get them together already, hon?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Just swap them out, that's all.
Yeah.
That's not a
Here's Oakley laying up on the top of the steps. Well, half of the flight up by the front door. Laying there like a little angel. Who knew? Better than Mystery Theater. That's what I strive for. Hey, Boo-Boo. Come here. You want to say hi to the ladies? Come here, Okadoke. Okie. Okadoke-a-doo. Or not. So I'm visualizing this. Do I want to go that way or that way? Because then this goes straight across, right? Come here, Boo. I'm going to move the camera, so I'll show you my little Boo-Boo. Come here, honey. No, you can't have the sprays. You can't have the art foamies. I know they look like toys. There's Okie Dokie Doo. There he is. Hey, baby boy. Now that everybody's hurling their dinner.
All right. Oh,
You lightly
Back up
sand
here.
the two canvases, get rid of. I can. I guess I can. Thank you.
no, you can't.
Come here, go with Daddy. Go with Daddy now. There's too much danger down here for you. Hell, there's danger down here for me. He is handsome. All right, baby. Thanks. He's a handsome little rascal. That's what saved him these last 2 years. Oh, Lord. To the gypsies he was going to go. Okay, that. Now, let's grab one of these. I'm going to use the one with more purple in it. This one's mostly turquoise. Put this back in the drawer. There. And let me get the smaller hoop-de-doo. So I can do this wherever I want it. So let's see what we got here. Maybe something like that. So that's right about there. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay. All right. Speeding right along. Hey, Dad. He's got a really cute, squishy face. I know, that's for sure. Is Gayla on? I haven't noticed in chat yet. What about the circle from yesterday? I think it's the wrong color. I already looked at that. It was laying here. See, it's kind of the turquoise is kind of off. You're talking about like in there to make it like a triple circle, triple threat. Yeah, she went to the doctor today and they gave her steroid drops for her eyes. Remember yesterday she was having trouble with her eyes. They said they were inflamed. Her eye was inflamed after the surgery. So he gave her some steroid drops. So hopefully they're going to work quickly and get her over that hump. I think this circle on top of the purple circle, I could use a glue stick. So this one won't get so wet and change. You guys remember, God, it's been 4 or 5 years ago now, I guess. I was doing one of my Moleskine planners that I made where I used to cover collage on the covers with some of my painted papers and stuff. I did one in a teal and gold paper just like this. It was just a different color family. And it changed completely when I glued it on there with Yes Paste. I never liked it. Never. All right. Scrap pile. All right. So if we do this, and then we do this, I may paint a black circle like partially under this, so it's kind of outlined. But these are going to be split in half and moved off to this, kind of laying cattywampus on the who joined Jackie. Oh, hey, Jackie. I see you there. Welcome. Oh, That's not a very good piece of that. I thought I had a prettier piece of this stuff. I don't like that dark blue that's in there. I should have never dropped that in there. Never, never. Just think if I put a little something in there. Or maybe a bit. Oh, here goes. Avalanche. Maybe a circle of that somehow in the middle. Huh. Too much? What's going there? I need to get a smaller hoop. Let's see what we got in the embroidery hoop department. Oh, good Lord. Everything's like dominoes down here. Seriously. Okay, well, it's not going to stand up. We'll just lay it down for now. I think this one might be too big. Hey, Susan. Glad to see you. Oh, feeling crafty. I always kind of feel crafty. I just never have time to get down here and do it. Get one of your booth glasses and use that for the circle. What are you implying, Eileen? Oh, look. That might work and give me some of the copper paint on the sides, too. Huh. All right, let's just do it this way. It's a little more precise. I love this little fine pen. Cece gave this to me when she was down in July a couple years ago. It's a Japanese one. It's 0.25. And I think it's permanent. Is it permanent? I forget. Hey, Jan. Oh, thanks, Susan. Yeah, hopefully they'll be out sooner than later. All depends on the how the website progresses. All right, this one I'm going to cut just inside the ink so I don't have any. Oh, I lost my line there. That's never good for me. Sorry, not looking at chat at the moment again. I guess now that I've been home going on my second week with my foot elevated all day, I'm sitting right next to where these hang on the wall. They really started to aggravate me. Yeah, Jackie, I've seen them on Amazon, but I don't know what to tell you to look for. There's nothing in here in English. But maybe you could just put in like Daiso or Japanese pens, 0.25, and they're like an octagon. They're I don't know how many sides. They're 6-sided. It's got the 0.25. Well, you'll just have to trust me that says 0.25. I don't think I got any on Amazon, but I think I saw in there. Muji. That's it. That's it, April. I think that's right. Muji. M-U-J-I. All right. Now, where are we? How's that for a medallion? Oh, really, Z? It's no longer available? Well, that sucks. Priscilla says, hi, Priscilla. I hope to meet you someday. Maybe me, you, and Mommy can art together since you guys live kind of close. Would that be fun? I know you're saying, yes, please, Miss Patty. Yes, please. All right. So that's what I'm thinking. Oh, I love spending your money, Janine. So what I'm thinking is maybe in between here somewhere. You know what? Let me get out the dreaded circle cutter one more time. I'm going to get one more try and see if my idea in my little head works. But I got to dig in a drawer that I really can't see. So basically, I'll be standing on my head for a minute. You all carry on and don't worry about me. Oh, will that work? Is it that easy? Can I find one right here? Oh, yeah. It's this piece of scrapbook paper. Hang on. Let's have a go at this. And I'm going to get a little pop of black in there. Everything's better with a little papa. So, that's a little over 12 out there, but I'm not going to go out that far. I think I'm going to put it between these two. There's enough contrast here. So I think I'll make it, let's see. Like 7.5. Am I thinking right? Lord knows. And not only does Xander, I see you're saying you have 2 of those in the shop. She also has wait. This one is this one Zodiac? What's the other one? Is that it's the Zodiac signs on it. What is that called, Z? And I think I have one. I wonder where the heck that is. But there's another one this size with a similar kind of theme, but a completely different layout. Like there's slices of pie all the way around it with the ram for Aries. I know that one because that's me. And stuff like that with the zodiac symbols on it, which I thought was kind of cool. Okay, let's try this forsaken piece of equipment here again. See how far we get before I say something that Priscilla should not hear. How big is this biggest one? 8. Okay. That's the way to take up the least amount of that paper. All right, let's see what we got here. So 8. Oh, here's 7.5 right here. Is it possible it might cooperate with me today? Oh, I got that in. Okay. And that's right there on it. Ugh, Lordy. I'm going to have to drag it by this again. Oh, there, it broke loose. See that? So now I want to make it, I don't need to use that whole circle. I want to make one smaller for something else maybe on here. So that was 7.5. 6.5. Let's go to 6. Oh, see, now that's not gonna, that's just gonna spin. That's not gonna rotate now on there. Well, that's not gonna work. See what it's doing? It's just spinning that. It's not cutting because it broke itself. April. Oh. Well, you rascal. Okay, that's not gonna work. Oh man, I wonder how this would frisbee across the yard, because that's about what this is gonna. So if I take that out and put this down, now will it cut it? No, it is not going to cut it. Not only is it not going to cut it, it's probably going to ruin the one I have. Well, okay. It's not as easy as it looks. Dave's looking at me like I'm crazy. I do get that a lot, but.
When you're a starving artist, it never is as easy as you
I wanted to make a ring of this and cut another circle out of here. It's just not gonna work. That's all. I just have to live with it. So if I do that and do that to break that up a little bit, get a little pop in there. Now I got to look back at the, whew, that's getting kind of psychedelic. You have to cut the smallest. Yeah, I figured that one out, Kath. This much too late. But
you're gonna put that in the middle and cut it?
What, hon?
You'll put that in the middle and cut it?
In half? Yeah. Yeah. So I got half on each one.
And then they're going to be staggered on the wall?
Yeah, like they were. My art critic is trying to figure out what I'm doing here.
I didn't say nothing. You knew better than me.
No.
I have this sense of style. That's why you threw everything of mine away.
You're welcome. We always have a running joke when I moved in with him. Long story, but there was so much old stuff in the house from his mom, who, God love her, was not much on updating or organizing. And he said, babe, whatever you think needs to go, just let it go. So I did, but now he jokes me about it all the time. I used to have one. No, I think my wife threw it out. So I don't know. What do you think? I think I need more black. I'm feeling a little piece in here. Not necessarily stripes, though. Give me a moment. How big does that have to be? If I go in there, like halfway there. So call it 10.5. All right. 10.5. Well, that won't fit on it. I'm going to put a big sheet because the 8.5 by 11s won't do a 10.5 circle. Oh, maybe that's too thin. I'm over on the big paper sheet, big paper side of the desk. I got to get my big flat files. No time soon will that happen, but at some point I've got to dig out some stuff to make room for those. I am not looking forward to that. Oh, I'm just standing here looking at where I think they're going to go. That's going to be painful. So what if I do? Can you cover half of it so we'll see what it looks like? Sure. Sure. Somehow, some way, maybe. Ish. Thanks, Jan. Yeah, I think so, Joan. It definitely needs more black. Now I'm going to bring that in with some of the bits, but I do need, oh, well, outside the circle. I think maybe a row of new pictographs down here and up here maybe might look kind of coolzio. What kind of paper is the largest circle? This is handmade sheet of paper that I got from Loose Ends. It's like, I guess, a mulberry paper. It's pretty heavy. But this, I think I need a little rim of black through there. So let me see here. Huh. I found this near the top of a pile. Oh, I don't think I can cut this in a circle though. But that might look kind of cool. I have black corrugate. Oh, and I have solid black something. What is this? Oh my. Canson. Made in France, acid free. I don't know. It's just solid black paper. All right, April. Enjoy. So I think this against all this gold might be a little busy. Can't believe I said that. But I think we're going to roll this one out for that. I might bring it back in for something else. But for this medallion bit in the middle, not so much. And this, now just picture this would just be a little strip of this around there. I think that might be too busy. I think. Do you think? I think. Then here's the corrugate, which would look cool to bring that texture in. If I can cut anywhere near. Oh, but wait a minute. If I did that, I'd have to do it so this blue piece laid inside this black ring rather than on it, because that would yank it all up. The textured black paper. This corrugate, you mean? Or do you mean this with the circles on it? That's what I'm thinking. It's black, but instead of just flat black like this piece, it's got some texture rather than all the way across there onto the floor. Look at that later. Let's pretend like that's what I wanted to do. Okay, so if I do this, then I need it to be and I'm just kind of eyeballing this. I'm not measuring anything. Or am I? 12. So where is the halfway point over here? A little bit more that way. Oh no, that seems way over here. Wow, that seems There we go. That's about middle way. Okay, so I want this to be, I want it to come out to about there. So it needs to be, wait a minute, let me think about that. That's not right. I want it to come out to about there to here. So if I make it 10 inches, no, a little bit wider. Sorry, guys, 10. 10 1/4. How am I going to get that a 10 1/4 circle and make it a circle? that's my problem. Well, back to my hoops. Clear embossed paper. Clear embossed paper. We are driving everyone crazy, I think, Kathy. I have these 2 cradle boards that I did a couple years ago when I was doing the watercolor and UPO and lifting it with stencils. And they've been hanging up in my living room. And the more I look at them, I'm like, they're just a background. They're not anything. I guess I could paint a black circle around there. No, I have no idea, Marcia. That happens to me too. I never get notification. I get notifications of Xandra streaming, but later, after she's been on. But I put it on Facebook and Twitter as well when I do. So if you follow me on there, and of course, if you're not really looking at it, you won't see it in time anyway. Late for a date. Save yourself, Dar. Okay, so let me ponder this a minute. Let me see. Do I have a 10 inch? What did I say? 10 1/4, right? Oh, Lord. That's more like 7 or 8. This one is probably the closest. No, that's the size of the blue one. That's the size. Oh, maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll do that. And then kind of make a ring halfway between there. I don't know. This is this all seems easy until you try to pull it off. Well, for me anyway. Anywho, okay. So if I just make it like a 1/2 inch bigger, how am I going to do that? See, it's going to have to be a ring rather than a big circle. Because of getting these to lay flat. Unless, well, let's just try it. Let me get rid of this. Put that in the safe pile. So I want to put this on the back. Oh, wow. So if I did that, I'm guessing this is a 12-inch hoop. But I want to come in between that, right? So how can I? So I want to make a line here on the outside of this. And then, well, let's just try that. Okay. All right. I think I got it in my head what I kind of sort of need to do. So let's just see if I can kind of sort of pull it off. Now I need a white pen. Hang on. Hold the phone. All right, let's try this. So let me stand up and see. Oh, I can look on the screen. Hey, that's pretty centered, isn't it? It's not bad. So I'm going to try to hold this one in place. And I'm going to go outside this one. And this pen is making it a little bit wider stroke off of this because of the way the barrel is made on the pen than the other one was. So that's good. Oh, Lord, that's a lot of lines right there. So if I do that, wait a minute, let me think. So I got to do one a little bit bigger than that too, right? Not a line necessarily, but a cut. So, I need a compass. I thought I had one, but I don't think it'll go that big, actually. I wonder if this would work. I have this bendy ruler. No, that's two. That's not going to loosen up enough to go to in a perfect circle this evening. No. Perhaps another time, another idea. Had to have that for some reason. I don't remember what it was. All right, let's just do this. Let's just get into here. And I'm going to eyeball it. If it comes out, it comes out. If it doesn't, we move on to paint, I think is the way to go. That's what I'm thinking. Good Lord. Can I even do this? Oh my. Oh, not looking at chat, guys. Trying to launch a missile to the moon here. There's no way that's going to be anywhere near straight. I can guarantee you. Get rid of that. I'll be back with you momentarily. I just want it over with. I don't have the patience for this. Patty, you need to make some circle stencils. I know. This one's bigger than my Mylar I used to make mine in, though. So now I got to cut that out. No, you know that is never going to work. I just need to cut on this line now. That's basically what I need to do, which is going to be not good for me. Well, here we go. Let's just dive in, See what happens so we can move on when this doesn't work. I like to think positively, but I'm pretty positive this isn't going to work. Wow. I need to make, holy crap, Oli. I got to make a gouge in there so I can get my scissors in to start. Okay, we're getting really close to just using paint, I can tell you that. This big girl has no patience for this. Yeah, this is not going to work. I can't make that curve even with these smaller scissors. So, no, forget it. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. So, where were we? It's the not so much the circle, but the difficulty of cutting the corrugate on a curve like that, even with those small scissors, is unpleasant. Unpleasant. So here we are. We're back here. Yep. So I'm thinking yep, I can feel that edge. It's going to go just a smidge that way. All right, I think we're close enough to argue about it. Okay. I think I may glue this one down. And then maybe I'll just glue it like this and worry about the black later. Maybe I'll come up with a more brilliant idea at that time. So, do you think I need to rough this up, Eileen? I don't want to scratch the whole thing and then the scratches show where it doesn't get collage, where some of this background peeks out, you know? Hang on. This has Kmart varnish over it, Deb. And I do have clear gesso. I just don't like the feel of it and the matte look of it where it would dull out all this stuff. Yeah, that's an idea. Maybe just do it under the circles. Okay, like a little handy dandy sanding blocks. Seriously? Do you hear how many drawers I just opened? They used to be right there, but then I come on. I got that handy dandy little Timmy sander too. Apparently in a safe place. Where in the hell would that be? You know what? I wonder if a brass brush would work. I'm getting desperate. I don't feel like digging apart the whole basement. I had all those. I used to buy them from my nail girl, the spongy sander things. Where the hell are you? Spongy, sandy thingies. Hey, Gala. Well, I'm glad your eye's good enough to see my pain. Oh, prominently. Yeah, that's I'm gonna put an APB out on those sanding blocks. Wonder if I could rough it up with this. You're afraid of a brush, Eileen? You, fearless, crazy woman, are afraid of a little paintbrush? It's not making a dent in it. Nothing. Well, you know what? Let's just make a ballsy move. Do we think PVA or do we think... Let me do this. Before we commit, or before I'm committed, whichever comes first. Let's try this on here. I want to see if it changes the look of the paper when it gets wet with that. I don't think it will, actually. No, that didn't come through. Did it? Doesn't look like it. CB! My paint is like ambrosia. You are a sweet talker, Gail. Oh my God. It's on Facebook, not under my Inky Obsession page, Marcia, under my Patti Tolley Parrish Facebook page, and on Twitter, not Instagram. Tape adhesive on those curves. Oh, I bet you would, Susan. Oh my. So I stab my own eyes out. All right, let's do it this way. Let's not get too crazy. Or will we? So here's that. Will that give me a circle, a half a circle, pretty accurately? Accurate enough? Close enough. These are not going to be together on the wall. They're going to be like this. So now let's think about this a little bit. Should I cut these in half and put each one on separately? Which I think the answer is yes, because otherwise, then how are we going to cut through 4 sheets of stuff and get it right? Not going to happen on my watch, probably. So let's get the paper cutter. I'll be back in a moment. I'm going to the paper cutting department. Oh, look, it's right here. Oh, sweet Moses. Okay. I really can't see the chat now, so everybody let me know what Gail is saying about me. All right. There goes nothing. Oh, hell, where'd that go? Oh, Lordy. Okay. One. All right. Now, which way do I want to go with these? So I see little lines this way or at the top and bottom. Hmm. Let's just do this. All right, almost done. Home stretch. And this one, I'm going to go this away, this away. Okay. Let's move this whole deal out of harm's way. And then this one, let's see, what do I want to cover up more? This is kind of a dead corner here. And this is kind of schmutzy. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to cover up some of this. I don't like it so much. All right. So now, which glue? Glue stick, you think? Patty, how'd you go from circle challenge last night to having all these big, pretty circles? Oh, I don't know how to answer that, CB. I'm not sure these are actually circles. If you really get out the tools, I think you'll find they might be a little janky, but I don't really care about that. I'm not a machine, people. Okay, I might just glue stick this bad boy. If it doesn't work, I will schmutz some PVA underneath of it. Decision made. Glue stick will never hold for long. Really? Well, then we'll be sliding some. Hey, Kathy. Oh, don't get the We Are Memory Keepers one. I've called that bad names in my head. And I usually like their tools. You don't think it'll work, really? We're going to try it. If not, I can just sneak some PVA underneath in there. Maybe I'll do glue stick and a little PVA around the edges. How about that? This isn't just a pretty face working here, you know. Get up off me. A little bit of that everywhere so far. I mean, I haven't been doing them using it that long, to be honest. I'm certainly not a glue stick aficionado. Let's do a little bit of this down here too. Look how pretty you are. Okay, piece numero uno. Here we go. That PVA gives me a little wiggle room too with sliding it a hair. Okie dokie. Number 2. Patti, that glue you are using is the best I've ever found. Yeah, Robin recommended that glitter glue. And I've used it a little bit, but I do really like it. Actually, dare I ask what the project is for the evening? Do you remember seeing these on my wall upstairs in the living room, Gayla? To the last, show April the bottle. Glitter glue. Come on. Art glitter. It's called art glitter. Quick, look at it while it's focused. And I got it with a bigger bottle and this bottle. And then you get this schmancy fancy little metal tip that you screw on the end of it with the pin that closes it. It's really nice. But anyway, after looking at them for the time that I've been home and having to sit there all day looking at these things with my foot up in the air, I realized I'm just looking at backgrounds. I don't have a focal point. So I thought, I'm going to do something with these rascals. This, I don't know if I'm going to put any, I don't know if I'm going to do that. Hang on, let me try. Where's my little piece of that? Because remember when I was telling you guys about doing that Moleskine cover with a paper like this a few years ago. And I used Yes Paste. It wasn't this. And it got, it changed its color. It got so wet with that. It is changing it a little bit through there. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use, because this is going paper to paper. So maybe we're okay with just the glue stick. Amalia. Hello, the emergency PTP live system failed and I didn't know she was streaming. Uh-oh. I did. I popped on. I was looking at these things for another day. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to slap something on these bad boys. Maybe a mistake, but wouldn't be that hard to repeat it if I wanted to. Make them back the way they were again. But I don't. All right, let's see what this is. This. Here, this way, I think. Yeah, I have got to find a good circle cutter. A no-fail circle cutter. Because this one, whoo, it's probably user error. Not claiming to be a master circle cutter. But that little crank handle in there is a joke, I can tell you that. I don't know if it's the placement of it or what, but no worky for me. Close enough. All right, one more piece. And we're making some progress. Sorry, guys, I'll be back to chat in a minute. I wonder if I could emboss on this Kmart varnish with the heat. I wonder if it would bubble. Maybe I'll have to emboss on a piece of paper and then glue it down if I decide to do that. I want to do this one with the bone folder because it's raised up through a stencil with stencil paste through there. I don't want to knock any of that off. All right. Piece number one. I used to do stained glass. I probably had one of those. Okay, now this one, I need to glue from this side. And there was a side on here I wasn't wild about. Down in here. I don't know. I kind of like it when I look there. But I don't like this little bit. What do I want to cover? I do like that. All right, we'll go right here. I see a little of that moon peeking out there. Gail and Kathy. No pun intended. They both said that before. Oh. Well, you know. There's a story there. A4 circles. Holy smokes. So what did I do? I glue sticked and PVA'd this one, right? It's funny, this glue stick, I don't know if you can see the pattern through the back of the paper. It looks like it's only hitting on the purple bits, and the raised gold looks like it's embossed on this side and it's not, the glue's not hitting it. If that makes any sense. It's like there's raised parts on the back, and of course the glue only hits the raised parts. All right. Little art glitter glue. Oh, thanks, Eileen. Oh, what a straight line. Ay, ay, ay. Come on. I go back to the dock on Thursday and hoping he will release me into the wild this time. Free to move about the cabin. He said it'll be 6 to 8 weeks altogether, but 2 real restricted with elevating as much as possible to begin with. I think we are responsible for the glitter glue selling out. Oh, it did sell out? Oh, Gail will never forgive us. Now, if the roles were reversed, and I'm the one that snuffed it in the gas station parking lot, throwing away my Dairy Queen trash, it would have been a whole different story. That would have been hilarious. Was Bonnie in the car with us that night, or was it just the 5 of us? 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5 of us. Was Bonnie? I couldn't remember if that's the night Bonnie went or not. I don't think she was there. She was spared. It's a little schmutz this way. I never measure anything. God bless my husband. He has to measure everything. We go to hang something on the wall. He's got all these tools out there. I walk by, grab a nail, look at it, and bam. What the hell are you doing? I said, if you got to measure it to see if that's off center, it's good enough for the naked eye. We're good. 4 of you and me laying on the ground. Hey, Carrie Ann. Yeah, I think my window, I think I rolled it down as an effort to reach out and verify that she was up. Of course, I couldn't go help her because I couldn't let my Dairy Queen cone melt. I would have otherwise, of course. Once I knew she was semi-upright and not limping too badly, I figured she was all right. Don't tear on me now. I think I was singing the Dairy Queen jingle at the time she went down. All right, one more little bit right there. I mean, we only drove like 20 miles to get a Dairy Queen. You got to take that into consideration. A dear friend's broken rib from a fall in a concrete parking lot, or the rest of my Dairy Queen. Oh. Yeah, right. See, I paid. Oh, I'm still paying. You probably broke your rib laughing at yourself, Gayla. Just me. I'm the scapegoat. All right, let's see where we are. That's not too bad, but they're not going to sit like this, right? I'm going to have them kind of like this-ish. So what else are we going to do? I brought out some little bits of stuff. Some of this. Some of this. This is tape. Some of this. Little bits of this, maybe. A little strip somewhere, perhaps. And I got some of these little dumplings. Circles. I like circles. Can you tell? Hey, Linda. Oh, thanks. These two cradle boards were hanging on my wall upstairs for a couple years. They're UPO, watercolor and UPO, when I was on that craze a couple years ago. And the more I'm looking at them as I'm sitting there, I'm thinking they're just backgrounds. I need something. I need some sort of a focal point. So, but I think that might be too many circles. I think we need to go away from the circle. So how about strips? Narrower than this, not like that. I'm just looking at the color, basically. I don't think that really fits. Do you guys think that fits? I think the gold's off. I don't know. That one's not talking to me. I love these little stripes, though. What can we do with those? Something, maybe. But I was thinking... Oh, wait a minute. That's kind of yanked up. Where would one put that? See, I was thinking... What are all the no's? About the black and gold? About this? Or about this? I'm thinking the black and gold. It's too off, isn't it? Break a circle with a line. Like in here? I mean, like with, well, that's a little bit of nothing right there. You mean like maybe break this in like this? And maybe something like that up there? Is that what you mean? Correct black and gold. Yeah, I think it's off. I think the color's off. This, I think we'd have been okay if this wasn't on there, but it's on there, so I think we're not okay. I wish this was rough or torn instead of cut straight, but I made tape out of it. And see where that one's yanked up there where the tape's crooked? Imagine that. And I made tape out of it. Imagine me making it crooked. Seems unheard of. Or, good Lord, let me get these hula hoops out of the way. All right. Now, okay, where are we here? This. Oh my gosh, I have got to get down here and help myself get organized. It was really organized not too long ago. Oh, hey, remember I showed you that top coat last night, that blue violet folk art or plaid top coat that was called blue violet? Now that it's dry, you can really see that color shift. This was just laying here in my way, so I thought I'd show you that again. Okay. Now these papers. Oh. I got some more of that piece. Wrong color. I know what I'm looking for. I just have to dig deep enough to locate it. Oops, it's throwing up on me. Hang on. Where would I have put them? Oh, I wonder about a piece of that. No, that's too funky. That looks dirty on there, doesn't it? Dirty, dirty coffee stained paper. All right. Where did I put you? Aha! Am I getting there? Nope. Oh, I see it. I see. I see you. Hang on. Oh, Lord. Oops. I really like bits of this. Can you please take a photo of that Japanese paper for me before you use it all up? This, Rachel? This is just a photostat. I have the original paper. I have to do it right now because I will forget. Try to get it so the brass or the bronze shines on it. Well, aren't you going to be persnickety? Sheesh. I can see it catching the light everywhere but in my camera. All right. You have a more precise look going on this one. You need a drawer cam. I should have a helmet cam on while I'm working. That would be interesting. Okay. So. These are my new hot off the press, not yet released pictographs. I got to get these out for sizes too to see which size looks more appropriate. And you know what? As much as I have and use stencils, I am so bad at pouncing paint through them. So I'm thinking, okay, so here's the tiny one. Here's the bigger one. And then here's what I was thinking of. Is maybe a row of characters, like one row down here, and then maybe another row up here. But what is my most safe way of doing it without dicking it up? Let's just break it down there. I know you're going to say pouncing with paint, but oh man, I'm so bad at that. Yeah, I thought about that, using them with metallic molding paste, but I wanted them in black. Oh, I think I have black molding paste. From my buddy Zandra, I do believe. Let Kayla do it. Are you kidding? She's just reeking of sabotage for me. I really like this row. Of course, it's right in the flipping middle. Well, I guess I could try it. Ah! Can you smell the confidence? Sprayer the paint on. I don't think I could control it. I don't know about that. I think it would work for a lot of people. It's me that I'm worried about. Oh, I like that row too. I like all the rows. That's probably why I did it. Maybe if I do that one right in this vicinity. Ish. And Xander, you said to use one of those rubber, not rubber, but what are they? I have one. Those brushes with the I do have them. Oh, here's the one that's too wide. Oh, here it is. Here's the little one. Gotcha. You said you use these, right? Black gesso. That would make them higher than. Will this work, Zay? Deco foil metallics gel. That'll work, right? Both say do it on tissue, but I don't want the tissue to show when I put it on. Black gesso is so wet though, and it runs. Everything run. I'm going to do this. And that's not really black, but it will look kind of black, as black looks. Blackety black. I love a pop of black. Move that. So the edge of this is off of there. I don't hose it up that way. All right, let's just get her done. I can wipe it off, right? So she said before saying bad words. Hide Priscilla. Oh, try it on paper first. Ah, Eileen, I was ready to go. Then I'm going to get the stencil dirty. I'm going to use a different stencil. Oh, that worked good. Try to get it off my stencil. Yeah, we're good. Okay. You know what? Let's just go. Go for the gusto. Oh, gotta figure out who I'm gonna cuss when this doesn't work. This is kind of snotty consistency. Is that right? Maybe that's what keeps it from screwing up. See how it's kind of like stretchy, snotty snot kind of stuff. Does that seem right, Zay? This is when I would use Gampy paper. I don't have any Gampy paper. It's kind of metallic. We're going. Oh, mercy. Okay. Can't look at chat. Sticking to my stencil. I'm not sure if that seems right or not with the consistency there, but we'll keep going as long as it dries eventually, right? Is anybody else sweating bullets? Is it just me? All right, I'm going to leave it like that. And I'm going to pull this bad boy up. Oh, Lord, please, let it be good. Oh, that's not bad. But I got to clean this off because I don't want it to get funky over here when I'm doing the other row up there. Chat amongst yourselves. I'll be back. I'm going to take this one off too and wipe it off. I'll be right there. All right. Looking at my statue. I'm not showing that again online. You're not going to trick me into that one. What I'm wondering is how they're going to top that this year. Oh my. Okay. Get the water off of there. Okay. That's not bad. So this one I want, what did I do? That one. I think I want this one down here. All right. I want that. Hang on. I want that bending this way so that it's touching more here. There. I'm thinking right about there ought to do her. Oh, praise the Lord. Here we go. Sorry, guys, I'm not looking at chat. Okay. 1, 2, pull off the Band-Aid. Oh, it worked. Okay. Now back to the sink to get my dirty washed off. Now I got to figure out what else I'm going to put on there. Put on your thinking cap for that. All right. Anytime soon and we'll be good to go. Oh, damn, I almost hit it with that though. Did you see that? I'm telling you, I am a danger to myself. Let me put these away over here. Way out of the way. Oh. Okay. What kind of black molding paste? This is, I'll show you what this is, if that's what you're talking about. And it's kind of like a charcoal metallic. It's not blackety black, but it's pretty dark. And it is Deco Foil Metallics Gel from Zandra. I don't want to focus, but you get it. I'm going to wipe this off with the paper towel. Okay, Patty, please show the jar. Oh, okay. I did. I'll try to make it focus this time, though. There we go. Metallics with an X. Okay. So now, where do we go from here, my friends? I think there should be some scripting on there, but how and where would I incorporate that? Do I dare just throw ink on here and write on it? I don't think so. That's pretty risky. I'm going to need a shot after that intensive procedure. I'm thinking. I'm just not tapping. I'll tap, then you know I'm thinking. I wonder. See, with this having that Kmart varnish on it, all this shiny stuff you see in here, that's my rose gold watercolor. So I kind of thought about maybe it would look kind of like ghosted scripting to just come down with a few characters, you know, here and there, whatever. Like down from here and up from here, maybe a little bit. But I think it would just beat up on this gold or platinum. I'm not sure what you mean, Kath. This is my rose gold that I make. Xandra sells this in her shop using my recipe. It's rose gold watercolor using Krimmer German pigments. He's nice. Gold or platinum, I'm not sure. Scripting. The rose gold watercolor is what I was talking about using. That's what I used on that green paper that Robin uses on the roll, the painter's masking paper. That's the rose gold on there. Oh, must come up with another stencil storage solution. I don't know what that's going to be, but you guys have seen this before, I'm sure. Oh, here it is in my handy dandy folder. Can you wash it off if you don't like it? Probably so, but that's the scripting with the rose gold watercolor on that green paper. Trying to get it to focus. So now here we are. We may be stymied at this point to let this really dry. Great minds. Try the watercolor, wipe it off if it doesn't adhere. Gayla, is that a real tip or are you trying to sabotage me? I do think it will just beat up. Oh, yeah, it looks different on different screens, I'm sure. Get my handy dandy damp paper towel ready in the wings. It's Kmart spray sealer that's on here. Well, let me do it close down here in case I need to wipe it off. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Okay. Oh, mercy. Here we go. Okay, we just kind of start where this ends, right? Ish. Oh no, it beads right up. You can't even hardly see where I put it. Okay. Not working. Oakley, there's kind of weird pillows in our bed because of my foot elevation and all that stuff. But Oakley jumped up on the bed and had a t-shirt of Dave's and curled up with it, laying on Dave's t-shirt. Would watercolor work on clear gesso? I don't know. I don't want to experiment too much with this. Right? I don't want to. I like where it is. I think it needs a little thump. Like here and here, maybe ish. I'm not saying I'm going to use these pieces. I just want to have a little look-see at what I'm looking at. Paint, tape it down. Paint, tape it down. Alcohol ink. I don't know about that. That might eat right through. Stop and come back. That's what I'm thinking, Gayla. Maybe like a brilliant idea will come to me. Yeah, probably not. That usually doesn't happen. Or maybe a little bit of this kind of thing. That looks too contrived. Looks too matchy-matchy. I wonder what a piece of this ripped kind of jaggedly. But where? Would I let it come from like a corner? Oh, wait a minute. You know what I did one time? I have it's upstairs. And I ripped it so like I had it right in this corner and it kind of like was jagged coming down and it looked really cool actually. I wonder if I could do that to this rascal. See, this is a really good corner right there. I love that color in that corner. That turquoise that's in there. But none of the corners are going to work now to do that. Well, I could go this way and tear it, just tear it roughly down this way and see what happens. Now, what the hell? Let's try it. So how far up do I want to go? Maybe to there? Oh, no, I probably have to use... Wait a minute, let me think. Let me think. Thinking about just folding it in half because I would do a corner up here too. Yeah, I'm not worried about finishing it, Gail. I'm just thinking about what I might do because I'm really cautious of this. I don't want to, well, you know what that up. And I don't know, even if I tear this, if I'm going to use it. I'm exercising that idea. And I don't even know if this is going to tear right because this is the gold. This is the gold corrugate, right? And when I tried to punch some of this, it peeled when I did it. So I don't even know if that's going to work. But let's have a go. So let's say I want to tear it kind of like down into here. Now what the hell? Let's just... Boy, that's strong. I'm going to have to phone a friend and have Dave come down and... Oh, hell, that's not even tearing on an angle. Oh, my. Wow. Holy Hannah. That's, yeah, that's not going to work. Let me cut it off here. And let me see if I can somehow salvage that to do kind of what I wanted it to do. Nope. It's just not going to work, are you? You little rascal. Oh, man. That sucker's... Well, that's way too small and way too wonky, but that's kind of, you know, I had more of a rough triangular kind of thing I was trying to get to. I do like the color on there though. You can't see it good at the angle you're on because you're not seeing any of the shininess that's in there at that angle. Or not. Yeah, I'm kind of stumped at the moment, I do believe. Maybe I don't do anything else. Oh, I wonder if I could script with the gold pen. With the you know what I mean. You know what I mean, Mern. That might be interesting to go down here with that. I like how the color brings in patinaed circle. For this, yeah, it's the same stuff. It's the same stuff. I mean, I guess I could just put a little strip down there. I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking. Can you hear me thinking? I think I will try my pen. You know what? Hang on a minute. Hang on a moment. Is that on my phone or is it just only on my laptop in a file? I think it's only on my laptop in a file. Oh no, or not. Hang on. All right, hang on a second. This gave me an idea. Let's see what happens here. I was messing with that program online called Canva that Robin was talking about. That might have been on Patreon. And I was bringing in some of my pictures and shrinking them and putting them on one page. So I'm going to see if I can print from my phone onto onion skin. Okay, it's printing. But this is the picture I'm printing. See those 4 pieces of, that's pictures of the corrugate that I did several years ago. And I put them all on one page. So they're going to be smaller bits. But that one right there might work. It's got purple. See how I painted it purple and then put the patina in the vat. I did the patina first and then came back with purple paint on a brayer and brayered the high points of the corrugate. And that's just some of the copper paint sticking out down the bottom there. I did the same thing there with a brayer. And this one's cool too. It's got little bits of the copper sticking through it. So we'll see how that looks on onion skin. I think onion skin might be too thin for this. I can print it on maybe resume paper or cardstock. Okay, so here it is. And yum skin. And you kind of lose the metallic look, but you still kind of get the texture. Let's see if that'll focus. That actually looks a little metallic, right? This one's too small. So I took a bit of that. Oh, keep it out of that. You could see through that though, but that's kind of interesting. Do you have enough to photograph of that on your desk? That when I was tearing up? Let me stand up and try to get this angle right so I see the the shiny on there. Let's see what that looks like. I'm just going to print that on the copy paper that's in there and see what happens. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put it on a piece of, I think I have one piece of maybe cardstock. I haven't printed on cardstock in this printer yet. That's not cardstock, but I don't know what that is, but it feels nice. We'll put whatever this is in there. Let's try that. Oh, shit. Damn Wheaties. Oh, that's small. Well, we'll see what happens. Crunch, crunch. If you hear a terrible noise, you'll know that wasn't the right paper to use. Here we go. Something's happening. Sure, it's taking a long time for that to go through. I'll be there in a minute. Chat amongst yourselves. For being a smaller than 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, that sure is taking a long time to get through there. Oh, Lordy. Oh. I see it coming out. Oh, actually. Oh, what I see coming out looks pretty good. It may be worth the wait. Come on, baby. Can you hear how, I don't know if you guys can hear the hum of that running or not, but it's very slow. There we go, finally. All right, let's see. Huh. Here's where the paper was cut out, but that's pretty good, actually. Good idea, Kathy. That may be something I can work with. And I got that pretty color edge that I wanted. And it does look a little metallic-y up there on this edge. Interesting. I think I'll print another one of those while I remember what I did. I have no idea what kind of paper this is. It's kind of heavy, but see, it's kind of got a, I don't know if you can pick that up, kind of a heathery look to it. Doesn't say a thing, and it's a little bit short of 8.5 by 11, both ways. I'm going to throw another piece in there and let one print while I'm wrapping up over there. Yeah, it's about an inch. It's probably, it looks like 8 by 10, actually, when I put it in there. It's about a ½ an inch short on one side and about an inch on the long side. Let me push that bad boy back out there. Print. Boom. All right, that can sit out there and stew. But I think I'm going to, I'm brave. Oh, crazy maybe. You need something in the bottom right corner. It's bland compared to the rest. In the bottom right. And here, for sure I do. But I want to offset it with something up here when I do that. Even though I like this corner, I want it to, that's why I did the opposite corners here. And I still think it needs more black. Hey, Corey. Good to see you in chat. So, guys, art archaeologist, that is Corey, who was also on the Robin's Jelly team, design team with Rachel and Vicky and I. Oh, and Vicky Ross is here. So I know you guys know Vicky, but if you click on the 3 dots to the right of art archaeologist, you'll see you can link right up to her channel. And then you can follow her videos too for what she will be doing for the design team and other stuff. And she's got an Etsy shop with some really cool, Eileen, you would love it. You remember the Etsy shop you sent us to one night where everybody went down the rabbit hole looking for downloadable papers? She's got some really nice sets of downloadable papers. So you guys ought to check out Art Archaeologist and check out the link for her YouTube channel, which you can also find on my video I did yesterday for the design team. Whenever you see us title a video, Robin McClendon's design team, or whatever it says in the title, I forget. And we use the hashtag Robin's Jelly Team. Those videos, we each have a playlist on our channels where we're going to put all those videos in one place, and a link to those playlists as well. But under each of our videos, we have a description that includes all of our stuff. So on any of us, you can scroll down and you can find links like to iStencils for me, to Shop Vita, and for Rachel, and for Etsy, for Corey, and for Vicky. She's got her website down there. And Vicky, did you have an Etsy shop? I don't remember what you linked on yours, but it's all under all of our videos that have the Robin hashtag in it. So you ought to check out Corey. So I think I am going to take, God forbid, I'm taking Gayla's advice, but I'm gonna. I know she really loves me. Even though I may have or may not have been responsible for her breaking a rib in Arizona. Another story. But see, this is kind of how it's separated. But this is kind of how I envision this back on the wall. I definitely need more black in here. So I don't know how that's going to come about. If I try to script on some rice paper. Hey, wait a minute. This glue, Eileen, this is for rice paper, right? I wonder if that'll make that transparent enough that I could get this really stark black scripting and rip off a little bit of it and kind of collage it in there. Does this glue make it kind of go away? I wonder what would happen to that, how transparent that gets. Because I would like to have a little strip of that stuff. Oh, Vicky, so she sells right from her website, which is linked in all of our descriptions for our Robin videos. Yeah, I will test it on something first, for sure. I'll rip a piece of this off, and like this right here. I don't know what happened to me. I must have gone a little like, ooh, off the reservation during this section. I do like this row, and the other two aren't bad, but in here, something happened. Disconnect between my brain and my hand. I do like that character there, how that came out. Maybe I have another one that's not as precious. Ooh, I'm going to put something in that wet paste there. Sooner or later. Yeah, I think I could sacrifice bits of this and just see if it, with that glue, well, you know what? Let's just take a plain piece of rice paper. Let's not be total morons here. Speaking for myself, of course. I have tons of these. Where I just practice and practice and practice and practice. And this one, I don't really care what happens to this one. But let me move this somewhere a little safer. So Corey, you weren't here from the start. These two cradle boards have been hanging upstairs for a couple of years. But they were just the stencil paste kind of stuff, a gel that I get through Zandra's store. And I need to do something else, but I don't know. My brain's kind of like right now. So we shall finish these another night and probably soon because my wall's going to look bare until I do it. Put that back there. And then here's the one I was going to try. Let's get this out of the way. Oh, Lord, please don't let me anything happen to those. Now I'm starting to like those. Okay, let's just take a little hunkaroo of this. All right, let's see what happens with this glue. And I'm going to put it on something. I'll never use that little goes through or not. This is a rather lovely snotty consistency. So, yeah, I know I got to put my foot back up. I must elevate. I wonder if I would use this like a shoot, what's this stuff called? Like collage with all the time when I do my ATCs, gel medium, where you put it on the back and put it on the front to seal it. Let's just try. I don't know. Who knows? But this is that, what is it called? Starch. I'll look at it in a minute. Some kind of starch glue. And it's supposed to be good for rice paper. Rice paper is usually a little on the delicate side. All right, let's see what happens here. Let me pick this up. And let's put this down on here. And let's see what happens if this goes, how much of this disappears. Actually, a good bit of that is going away. That may be the way to go, kids. And where I didn't get it all the way out to the edge, you can see where it's whiter. But where it was wet, that is, let me just fold these over here and get them out of the way before we have a nasty little accident. Yeah, look at that. Hey, this may be the way to go. Oh, no, those board. Oh, thanks, Corey. No, those have been a couple of years ago. I was on this big watercolor kick where I was painting a lot of backgrounds on Yupo. And then when they dried, I started lifting them up, some of that up with my with stencils, wiping it out of the stencils. And that's what those designs in the background were. And I liked them so much, I mounted them on those boards, and they've been hanging up in my in the living room for probably a couple years. And I always really liked them. But as I'm all this time I'm spending in that damn chair looking at the things while my foot's elevated for the last week and a half, I was like, they're kind of boring because out of the corner of my eye, I see the other collage on a board that I did that the most recent one I did where I kind of used, I did it like what I call my favorite collage style. And when I started doing Robin's kind of style or influence, and that one had a lot more going on. But that may be the way to go because I like how stark black this ink is. This one here I would use. This has bigger, more consistent characters down there. I really like how that turned out. I can never repeat them. I always try to look at one for reference while I'm doing another one because sometimes my brain just locks. I was like, what am I doing? When I'm doing the same thing over and over. So I'll kind of look to try to trigger something that I did before. It's really weird. Like here I got stuck on a repeat. I was like, what? I'm doing the same thing here. Like, stop doing it. Like I can't make it stop. Can you heat it? Oh, let's heat it. What the hell? You know, I'm always up for a good experiment. Watch, it's probably flammable. Way to go. Let's see what we got. Keep going. Yeah, it's still pretty tacky. I'm anxious to see if it brings the white of the paper back when it's dry, or if it stays that clear, or if it just catches on fire. Yep, tried. Yeah, you wouldn't think to look at it, but it's pretty. I mean, there's bits of it that aren't, but that's probably the way I put the glue on. It's pretty, you can see all that. Here's the difference of that without the rice paper, and here it is under the rice paper. So you can tell, but you can still see it. So it won't draw attention so much to the white of the paper and block. I don't want the white of the paper blocking out some of those designs. So, by George, we might have something there. You have to get that paste. So it's Yamato starch glue. Amazon.com. Come on, baby. There we go. Yamato starch glue. And here's what the label looks like with the red on the front. Right? Can thank Eileen for that one. All right, kids, 9:36. I think I'm going to call it. Going to spend a little time with the hubs before he goes to bed. He gets up at 4:10 in the morning for work. Bless his heart. And he'll be going to bed soon if he didn't already sneak in there with Oakley. He may be cuddled up with Oakley by now. But all right, guys, thanks for hanging out with the impromptu. Why don't I do it on the panel? Good Lord. Well, I honestly, Gayla, I think it would beat up. And I don't like how clear gesso kind of looks matte and feels kind of, I think you'd see the cloud of the clear gesso if I did a strip to script on. I think you'd see that edge compared to the Kmart varnish. Are you following me? Do you know what the hell that means with my hands? Night, Carrie Ann. Hey, Tam. So yeah, so I'm going to drop it like it's hot right here. We'll pick this up. Oop, wrong way, this way. We'll pick this up at a later date. I don't know what that later date is. It might even be tomorrow night. I don't know. Dave's going to golf tomorrow. What's that, Tuesday? We'll see. We'll see what's going on. I'll try to give you as much heads up as I can. More than 15 minutes if possible. Oh, you never know. It's a crazy household we're running over here. But anyway, thanks for your tips and guidance and laughs and loving suggestions. Tam, you're a worker lurker? That's okay. Yeah, Z, maybe so. All right, kids. I'm gonna wrap it, and we'll figure out what to do tomorrow or whenever to finish this. I'd love to do some embossing on here, but I got to figure that out. I'm afraid it's going to buckle the Yupo paper. So think about that. Everybody go back. Your homework till my next stream is to figure out what the hell I'm supposed to do to this next to wrap it up. Something's got to go on down in here. And I'm even thinking maybe something black here, or just take a paintbrush and just whip it around there. However, guys, I'll catch you on the flip. Thanks, mods. Appreciate all the help. Emboss onto right pacer. Oh, I'll try that, Kat. And Z said the same thing. Okay. All right, that might be the way we go. And then maybe glue it down with this so it disappears. Maybe so. And I got those cool embossing powders that kind of match this, although I want more black in there. Oh, God. Here, I'm going to go down a rabbit hole. Bye. Love you. See ya.